Hey. Welcome to another Monday night here and Near Nirvana YouTube channel. This is Team Nerd Herd, and this is our show, Cover Lovers, every Monday night. Or at least we try. And
we've been good boys. This is the third week in a row, right? Or is it the fourth week in a row? Third, at least third.
Yeah, I think it's the third week in a row. So yeah, we have pretty good presentation for you guys tonight. Some really lovely covers. I think a couple stinkers in there for fun. And I think it's me and Mike. I don't know if Jeff's going to join. Jeff might pop in later on. I know he's always busy with work. But before I keep on jabbing. Oh, well, actually, let me say hi, Mike. Or Malcolm Reynolds.
Malcolm Reynolds. Yeah, baby. Firefly's still flying. Yes. I hope you all heard the announcement. Animated Firefly. Let's hope it gets a home so that we can finally get some more Firefly. Yeah, baby. Back to work this week. We had spring break last week, which was just nice and relaxing. It was a necessary evil when you have two little men running around the house. So my brother came into town. I don't get to see him very often either. So it was cool. We nerded out for a couple days. Talked about stupid stuff like card games and comics and Hot Wheels and Legos and all the fun stuff. So I'm ready to talk about some covers. Yeah, it was fun. It was good. How about you?
I'm good. On that Firefly note, yeah, I saw his little vignettes that he was doing with all his buddies and going to their doorstep and stuff. You saw that?
Yep. Yeah, they've been leading up to that. And then yesterday was the announcement at whatever con they're all at.
Yeah.
They've got everything. They've got an animation house. They've got everybody on the cast. They've got Joss's blessing. They've got permission from 20th Century Fox and Disney. They've got a script. They're ready to go. All they need is somebody to host it.
Okay. Yeah, and also, since you're a big Firefly guy, have you seen their interview on that podcast with I think Nathan and Tunic? They went on the Commander Riker and Data's podcast.
Oh no, I did not know that. I have to check that out. That's awesome.
Yeah, check it out. It's on YouTube.
Cool. I will do that as soon as we're done tonight. That sounds fun.
It's a good one. Enough Firefly. Let's actually do a couple of business notes here. Coverprice.com. Type in the code NORNA14. Get your 30 days for 99 cents. Coverprice.com. Great website. I've been using it a lot more lately. I am slowly walking back into comics. I've been really more excited about it. The independent stuff is getting me back into it. So I'm digging it. I'm enjoying what DC's doing. So I'm digging it more. Oh, sorry, I missed this one. There you go. Why is there a timer? That's weird. Bird City Comics. TNH10 is the code. You can buy some comic books at Bird City Comics. They've been pretty good the last few weeks. So that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I think they're still dropping. I know MegaCon is this weekend. So it's a big weekend. And then the following weekend is C2E2 and WonderCon. All in a 2-week period. So it's a big comic book end of the month here. So yeah, check out not this one's done actually. But yeah, check out Bird City and Cover Price. Pretty essentials for these cons here. So all right, I think that's it. But actually, let's check out some comments. GTK Comics for the comic community. Always first in line. Always gets first steps with his emojis. Oh boy, another episode. Yes. The King of Comics. Hi, Gord. BBB. Haunted Comics. Hello, everyone. And we're quiet for now on the chats. I know there's a lot going on Monday nights. I know there's other stuff going on. So thank you for joining us and just hanging out and watching the real one, which is the majority. Drop a comment, say hi. We give your thoughts on those covers. If you're not a part of the live chat, drop a comment, give a like, and if you haven't subscribed to the chat. Okay, I think that's it. Let's talk covers.
Yeah.
All right, share screen, blah, blah, blah. Right back. I'll go first. That's us, Team Nerd Herd, and this is our show, Cover Lovers. for now because I've been hiatus on Saturday morning quarterbacks. I'm actually bringing it back to the Saturday. I think Charlie says he's on board for Saturday, and I'll probably do it as well. All right, incentives this week. That's just if you're new to the show. The premise is we talk about incentive covers and then store exclusives. If you hear crackling in the background, that's my wife making enchiladas.
Oh,
Thundercats, Cross Silverhawks, Road to War #1. The 1-15 by Fabio Fila, and the 125 by Megan Hetrick. Mike, thoughts, ideas? What do you think?
I usually like Megan Hetrick's stuff. I don't like this one from her.
Okay.
I don't hate it. It's not a terrible cover, but it's certainly not a 1 in 25 incentive looking cover. Although I really do like the Fabio Fila. Kind of has that. Oh man, I can never tell how I want to describe this art style, but this sort of like slashy color kind of look, where it's just like these splashes of color in certain places, like these slashes of it. I really like that style. Kind of, it's like almost like the old 1940s race posters or 50s race posters, like Monaco posters, like that kind of a thing. I really dig that style. I'm kind of a sucker for that. And this one looks really cool. So I like the Fabio Fila. I don't really love the Megan Hetrick. I think it looks a little I don't know. It's almost like the pencils were unfinished and they tried to make up for that in the coloring. And then that doesn't really work. Like all the shading is done with the coloring rather than with the pencils. And I think that kind of makes the cover look, I don't know if like cheap is the answer but it just sort of looks a little amateurish to me for her. I feel like she's capable of a lot more than that. It just doesn't do it for me. I don't know. Neither of them are particularly amazing, but I do prefer the Fabio Fila.
Fabio. I see what you're saying for Megan. I think she took a step down on this cover. It seems a little empty, just kind of a taste of her style. Not really a full blown, plate there of her style, but I just the Fabio's too simple. It's just too simplistic. I feel like it's like a cover B. It's kind of a simple open order cover. I don't think it's incentive worthy. I think Megan's art is always more tailored for incentive. So even on her bad days, it's still better. I think I appreciate more the one with the trade dress. It at least fills up all that empty space. No pun intended. I just think I just like her art more. Like Fabio's nothing bad about it. It's just pretty. You use the word amateurist with I think we're talking about Megan, but I think Fabio is equally the same as amateurist on this. They're both pretty empty backgrounds, which I'm not like. It's like I want to just nothing really, no action, no substance to both covers. It's just very simple covers. But you put a gun to my head, I'll probably take Megan over Fabio.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
She's got a lot of sketch cards on eBay. I'm looking at sketch cards from her. They're all over the place. She must have done.
Really?
She must have done a Marvel set. She must have had a bunch of sketches in a Marvel set.
Yeah,
they look like they're all from the same set.
They're probably good cards then.
They are. They're expensive too.
Sketch cards are really expensive. Those are basically case hits, I think they're case hits.
She doesn't really have any expensive variants though. I'm looking for her. I was trying to see if I could find what I thought was like a great cover from her. And there's some good ones, but none of them seem to go for very much of anything.
Maybe she just hasn't found that comic book, brand that has really carried her art forward to the next level.
Or that magic sauce of like a really rare variant with a really cool cover concept, like where it all just sort of gels and becomes like
and get her going, right? I haven't got to that point yet.
Yeah.
She's still on the peripherals of stardom for an artist. All right, let's move on. I think these are a little better from the same artist. We got the 1 in 25 by Jarrell Perel and the 1 in 100 by Jarrell Perel. It's a Jarrell Perel smorgasbord. Mike?
I very much prefer the cover on the 1 in 100. I I'm never, I said this last week for a similar cover. I'm never really one for the smash all the characters that you possibly can on a cover. It always just looks a little too busy, or you have to do something like he's done here, which is clearly to kind of draw Magic in almost a different style so that she'll stand out from the rest of the cover. Especially when you have a character like Juggernaut in the background taking up so much freaking space. He almost becomes a background rather than a character. So I just think there's a little bit too much going on here. And as a result, a few too many styles. It doesn't all look like Perel. Whereas the 1/100 with just Cap and Red Skull on there is really, really cool and dramatic. I love the way he did the fire, sort of like the explosion coming at Cap, and the really cool sort of like flame reflections off the shield look great. I think he got all the perspectives right. I mean, I think the shadow work is great. I think he did a great job of making Cap stand out against a pretty bright background, which probably was pretty hard to do. I just think it's a superior cover. There's nothing wrong with the team cover. It's okay. But I really, really like the Ultimates one better than the X-Men one.
All right, you're Yang and I'm Yang today because I like the 1/25 more because I am a big Capcom fighting game fan, and this gives me Street Fighter versus Capcom vibes all over it. And just the way that's usually how they design their posters. Yeah, it's overcrowded, it's too many characters to look at, but that's the vibe. That's what they shoot for. I wish it wasn't a white background. I wish it would have filled it in with some color there, but but it has a purple hue, so that immediately gets me in. I prefer that, but the 1/100 is great too. I agree with everything you said about the 1/100. It's a great cover. I love the reds, the oranges, just all the mixture of those that color tone contrasting with the blues in front of it. It's like almost very interesting. The red. I designed the red skull on this cover. I guess I'm assuming it's just the Ultimate's design, but it looks really good on his particular art. But I'm just a bigger fan of the other one. It gives me fighting game style. I'm not saying it's better art. It just, for my sensibilities, I prefer that. But it's the same artist, so you can't really fail. Pick your own.
No, they're both good.
Yeah. So
I agree with BBB too. The Magic section is the best part of this. I'm a sucker for Magic as well. And Psylocke, to be fair. So I mean, there's a lot of good things going on in this cover, but it's hard to focus on any one single one of them. None of them are bad, though. That's for sure. I mean, he's very talented. So,
yeah. So, it's a win.
It's a win. Yeah, I think either way, it's a win. Is the 1/100? Does that not exist as a regular cover? That's only that way. I'm guessing it is. There's trade dress on it.
I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's if it isn't, if it's just straight 1/100. Success for Marvel, because they're notorious for taking cover A and making it a 1/100. And if it's an original art for the 1/100 and it's actually good art and it's like people are searching this art, it's great for this book because it actually going to give it value for future hunts, right, for folks out there. So
yeah, I'm looking it up right now, but I think it's only on that.
Yeah, I think that's if it is even better. Makes it even a better cover. If it's original art for the 1/100.
Yeah, just that one. Yep. It's it is available. $81 on Midtown.
Yeah, it's Ultimates. It's Ultimates 22. I wonder what they're doing on 1/1. Is this the last issue of the Ultimates, possibly?
Maybe.
I know Spider-Man is ending. They're on 25 coming up here soon, so that's the last issue. Maybe this is the last issue for Ultimates as well. So
might be.
Yeah. So that's probably why there's a 1/100. Otherwise, it's crazy if it's not the last issue.
And the X-Men is $13.50, also available on Midtown.
Okay, pretty cheap covers.
Yep.
All right, this is my vibe as well. Mega Man Cross or X #2. I already got #1, and this is the 1/5 for IDW. But the #1 actually went nuclear. It was selling for like $30 to $35 for 1/5. That's pretty crazy. This is from Jeffrey Cruz. This is just a continuation of that theme. This is just a different character on the cover. I already got this on my pull, and I already got issue 3s. Same thing on my pull as well. So I just love Super Nintendo covers. I just can't have enough of it. It's my favorite gaming system of all time. I just have so many fun memories of Super Nintendo, and Mega Man is included in those memories. And the art's solid. It's just your traditional Mega Man art on a cover of a box, and it hits in the soft spot. So I love it, Mike.
Yeah, I do too. I think it looks great. I think it's the right kind of vibe for this title. I mean, it works great. The homage is absolutely obvious. There's no question about it. It's executed really, really well. I'm having a tough time because I'm trying to turn my head to make it.
I know, goddamn Alonso, you couldn't turn it sideways.
Seriously, it's driving me crazy. But I think it looks fantastic. I think it's. I mean, I love the original cover too. It's hard to hate that. But I mean, yeah. I mean, I think it's really, really solid. It has all the pieces it needs. I've said this about Trish's early video game homage covers, that she just had a knack for making sure that it read instantly like the thing it was supposed to be. You didn't have to question it. You didn't have to look it up. You knew right away what it was. And I think this one does the same thing equally. It gives you all the feels, all the nostalgia, everything you could want. I see this doing really well. And at 1 in 5, it shouldn't be too expensive, I wouldn't think.
No, so like I said, the issue 1 did the same thing, and it went for $30 to $35 for a 1 in 5.
Let's see if that's available right now.
This it might be. I don't know. It might be sold out. People are pretty popular for issue 1. I don't know how 2 is doing.
There's a couple of other really cool covers, by the way.
Yeah, I like the kind of a blueprint vibe on the first one on the cover A's. Yeah. And the B's are really good too. It's very cartoonish, and that's what you want from Mega Man. So,
yeah, this one's sold out.
Yeah, because number 1. So I pre-ordered all the 1 in 5s going forward for this.
Man, it was $9 though.
No, I'm telling you, this is eBay easily $25 to $30.
Oh, absolutely. There's yeah, the number 1, they were selling the number 1 for $6.30 when it was up. That's obviously long gone. But wow, those are cool. Damn, I wish I hadn't missed those. I would have liked both of them.
Yeah, there's a 3 coming out. Also, issue 3 is going to have also Super Nintendo cover. You can still FOC ends tonight on that. So if you're interested. All right,
this is cool.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
I think that one's a sure buy if you find it anywhere near cover price.
Oh, 100%. Vampirella Armageddon number 9, the 1 in 15 by Francisco Martina. And I gotta go talk to a dog here.
This is cool. I mean, I think I like the concept a lot. I'm torn here because Matina is one of those guys that he clearly uses a lot of fuzz and blur to hide some of the digital nature of his art, and as a result, things get kind of washed out, which happens on this cover. I really like the concept, though. I wish it were crisper. Like, I wish there was less sort of, like, he clearly used the motion of the bats to blur out some of the sins of the art, and he's been doing that for years, and it really drives me nuts. But I think it reads very clearly as Vampy's skeleton. That's really cool and creepy and an interesting concept. I feel like maybe we've seen it one other time, like somebody else has done this once. Maybe I'm making that up, but
I think you're right. That was a long time ago, I believe.
Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. You're probably breaking up. No, I think you're right. I think but it happened a while back, I believe. Yeah,
it did. I remember it being like maybe 5-ish years ago or something like that. Maybe when we first started the show. I don't know how long we've been doing this for. But yeah. I would have liked it to have been a little bit crisper and a little less blurred out. I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more. But the concept's cool. These things are never worth anything. So if you really like it, this should be basically a cover price pickup. I can't imagine having to pay more than $6 or $7 for it.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. I think you pretty much put a button on that. I think it's a cool cover because it's not TNA for Vampirella. That's pretty rare.
True.
So it's totally different from our usual because Vampy's a classic character, and there's reasons why people love her, but like at least it's a twist on her typical covers, and I get the blur, but he's trying to convey that emotion feeling, like there's action in the room, which I appreciate because we just saw some covers where there is no action; it's just a red, like a really blank background. So
yeah,
I like this. There's a story being told here. Mattina is infamous for stuff he's done in the past, so
that's for sure.
Hopefully he's turned the page, but it looks good, and the cover rate is not too bad. I like the trade dress works. I think it's fine. It's not too distracting or too overwhelming there, with the dynamite little corner tab there as well. So I'm pretty sure Vampy fans would be happy to have this in their collection. And if Mattina is legit, is that art is always great. So.
I mean, it's not really anything I can think of that he would have been able to copy from unless he just AI'd it.
Yeah, that's the problem when you do something shady in your past. You're always going to be questioned, even if you're legit going forward.
Yep. Agreed.
Okay. And this other, like I said, there is a cover A. If you want to pay too much, I'll take the Linux lead. Vampy over this, though.
Let's see what that looks like. I'll go take a look at that. What number is this? Armageddon 9. Okay.
Armageddon number 9 from Dynamite. Sorry, let me just do something real quick here. I just got a notification. Click on something. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, the problem with the Larix Lee, though, it looks like a store exclusive. I don't know.
Well, that's Larix Lee's style, isn't it? It's like that more style. Yeah, so it's probably not up in her alley there, but
I mean, for the A cover is $450 and the incentive cover is $1080. So I mean, it's not going to break the bank. If you like it without the trade dress, it's not like it's going to kill you.
Yeah.
And
okay.
A cosplay and a Linsner.
I think I've seen the cosplay. Cosplay is pretty good.
Yeah, that one actually is pretty good. I usually don't like those, but this one's not bad.
Yeah. It stood out because I usually they kind of just like, okay, whatever. But
I actually wondered if it was art there for a second. You know what I mean? Obviously, photography is art, but you know what I mean. Like I wondered if it was drawn.
Yeah, they put some effort into that one.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Tournament number 9, the 1 in 20 by Yannick Paquette, and I just saw this one today. I'm like, I must have missed it when I was going through Midtown the last. I went through the new books for this week and FOC and all that. And I must have missed it because I really, really like the rawness, the roughness on this. I love the notes, everything about it just gives it that very raw vibe to it. And of course, the art of the pencil work here on the caricature and the trade dress is immaculate. I think it's well done. It's like not seeing the regular one, this where she's a kind of a orange redhead kind of vibe. It's almost feels like she's like a platinum blonde or Marilyn Monroe type on the cover here, but
yeah.
And of course, the creepiness of her reflection on the mirror just takes it to another level, right? It matches the book. But it's just funny how the little note just puts a bow on it and it gives you that little extra, seasoning for it. And I like it. Yannick Paquette, I don't think I don't remember his name too well, but it looks great. I love it. 1 in 20. Also, obviously, there is a color version open order. Mike?
Yeah, so I don't usually like black and white things in general, but this is a completely different vibe. It blows the color one away in my opinion. First of all, the colorization washes all this great inking and all this great pencil work out completely. Too much orange. It's too like, I don't know. It doesn't work. But all the detail comes out at you in the black and white. And what I really love about it is they left all the edge notes. So like if you've ever gotten, I don't know what they're called, but they're like these really big, they're thin usually, but they're the big, like, I don't know, what do they call them? Like the archive editions.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
They'll come out in in separate books. They're really expensive. I think Fantagraphics puts them out. There's a bunch of them for the original Marvel Star Wars. There's
DC does them as well and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. And this is why people buy that, so that they can see the art like this before it got colorized. Since we're talking about 4-color back then, and a lot of times, much like this one, the color almost kind of ruined the art. I think the color kind of does ruin the art on this one. This is far better as a raw pencils and inks. And I love this sort of archive feeling to this. It's a great piece of art, really cool concept, very pre-code horror, which obviously is the point, and just executed fantastic. I remember Yannick Paquette. It's been a long time since I've seen a cover from him, but I am putting this in my cart right now. I like this one a lot. I don't do that very often. 1080 on Midtown right now. I think that's a steal for this. This is really cool.
Sorry, I was muted the whole time. I said, that's a pretty good price point. You just gotta pay for the little extra shipping, but that's a good price point.
Yeah, but if I add a couple more things, it'll wash.
Yeah, of course. I agree with you. The colorist went a little overboard, I think. I'm a big orange guy, but he went kind of overboard on the orange hue all over this cover, and kind of almost oversaturates the art with too much color.
Yep, it loses a lot. That reflection loses a lot. There's so much cool detail in that creepy reflection, and it's just really, it's almost nondescript on the color version, where it's really apparent on the black and white one.
Yeah, the even her dress and her hair, there's a lot of detail to it, and it overdid it, but oh well, it's done. It's done. So let me see here. All right, let's see what we got here. Creepy and it's classy. Yeah. And it does have a class to it. I mean, it just made the old school vibe to it, but all righty then. Let's see here what we got. Next up, Exquisite Corpses number 11, the 1 in 25 by Isaac Goodhart. Mike, you go first on this one.
I think it's pretty horrible, actually, and I need to figure out why. First of all, like I get all the blood splatter and everything, but first of all, it's way too regularized and it's way too everywhere. Like it's the exact same blood splatter in every sector of the bed. I don't know that I don't have a problem with any of the art per se. I don't know that there's really anything bad about any of it. I like the tattoo on his chest. I like how that was done, like in a nice sort of faded, like a faded version to look like this. But like with all that blood everywhere, the other two characters look awfully intact.
That was my problem with this whole. There's like all this blood everywhere, and I don't see no damage on the bodies.
Yeah, just a little bit more blood splatter. Like where's the leg, the missing leg dangling off the bed or on the floor or something.
Yeah, like that. You could have gotten more detail on this. This would have been great.
Yeah, it loses something again, and that perfectly regularized blood spatter pattern is really bugging me. Like that's almost like it was clip art moved 6 times onto the page.
He just duplicated it from corner to corner to corner.
Exactly. So this is not good.
Yeah, I even all that about the gruesomeness of the death scene, I could live with it if you remove the sexy guy in the middle. To me, it just kind of kills the whole vibe. I get it. He's the maniac. He's the guy who did it, and he's enjoying his work. I get it, but it just doesn't match at all. I even feel like the way the corpse's heads are kind of like supposed to be laying on his body. I feel like they're like paper cutouts laying on him. They're not really. It's like, even her arm. It's just there's no depth to the art. It's like just like you could tell this is a composite. Maybe he draw everything individually and then composite it together to make this big it's great in skills in compositing, but
I used to do that. I used to do that in like middle school. I would draw things that all looked great separately, and I was
yeah.
terrified to try to redraw them on the paper. So I would just cut them out and paste them onto the same page. It's kind of what this feels like. Like he couldn't reproduce it a second time, so he just sort of cut and pasted it instead. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm being pretty rough on this one, but I think it's a pretty bad piece.
Yeah, well, it's we're being rough on it because we see all the potential here.
Yes, agreed.
And it could have been so much more. And a 125 to boot, it should have been more.
Yep.
And Isaac has talent. It's just that he's missing. Maybe just need more experience doing this kind of work. I don't know. It's just something missing, really. So
I agree. 100%.
All right. Okay. Let's move on. Lobo number 1 by Juan Ferreira. This is the 1 in 25. I'll start this one off. Well, it fits the character and kind of maniac smile he always likes to present to folks because he is pretty much a psychopath. And the hair is super spiky for Lobo, even for Lobo. It's pretty spiky, but that's not really a deal breaker for me. The detail, the detail on the hair, I like that it's good comic book art. It feels like comic book art. It doesn't feel like it's. I'm pretty sure it's drawn on a digital pad, but it doesn't feel digital. It feels texturized. It feels like there's layers there of ink or paints and stuff like that. So it gives it a more, texture. It just feels more texture into it than your typical digital art. But it's cool, and you can't see it. I know it's an empty background, and you can't really see it because he just kind of overwhelms this whole cover, which is cool. You get pretty much a full. There's a lot of work here because it covers the whole cover of the book. So, and I like how they hit the Lobo trade dress on the top right corner, nice and snug. It's not really affected. You don't want this dude. This would have been a Marvel production. They would have put Lobo and like fucking Budweiser trade dress, fucking font, and even their barcodes are better at DC. And Marvel's just taking the L's left and right the last couple of years in the comic book industry. It's just DC's because DC came out of a fucking shit show as well and rebounded well in the last few years. So
yes, that whole rebirth thing was a nightmare.
Yeah, and it had to be Batman to pull them out their fucking their shits. They're back on it. So I dig the cover. I think Juan Ferreira did a brilliant job on this cover. If you're a Lobo fan, this is a must. They'll definitely hunt this down. I don't know if it's doing any in the business on the secondary market at 125, but definitely a good cover. Mike.
This has a cool 90s vibe to it, just enough to be correct for the character, but not so much that it ruins the cover, right? Like we've seen a couple of covers over the last few weeks that had a 90s vibe in a bad way. Whereas this one has that 90s vibe in a really good way. I think it's got a lot of great detail. It's not anything terribly special, but it is only a 1 in 25. I agree. Just well-placed layout on the DC logo and the Lobo logo.
Even the all in.
Yeah. Yeah, even the all in. The whole thing just kind of has a good vibe to it. I like that the background matches his eyes. It's a good solid cover with a lot of good detail executed well. It's not going to be the most memorable cover in the world, but I do like that it has just enough of that 90s style to it to fit the character and the book's origins. I think it's a good one. I probably won't buy it, but it's cool. It's a decent cover. And yeah, it is kind of punk. It is kind of punk. That's true. Yeah, Real Fake Comics definitely got a little punk vibe, which Lobo has. I mean, metal sort of Motorhead kind of.
Yeah, Motorhead. I was going to buy. I was about to say Motorhead. He has that Lemmy vibe to him.
He does definitely.
Yeah, that's Lemmy. If he had fucking superpowers for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mix Lemmy with Alice Cooper, and you get Lobo.
There you go. It's like we having a Jack and Coke for breakfast, like Lemmy did every morning.
Yes, right, exactly.
I wish I would have gone to the Rainbow when he lived there, and I just walk in and see him in the morning. That's what I did every morning, Jack and Coke at the Rainbow.
Yep.
All right. I think that's it. Let's move on to our next cover. Sorcerer Supreme #4 by Annie Wu. Dig into the haircut on Annie. The 1 in 25 on the Sorcerer Supreme #4. It's a more the art is not as advanced as we just saw, but it's a good concept. You got going. The trade dress is trash. Marvel was just the king of trash trade dresses, but at least it's in the bottom right corner, cut it in a way. But this is an early beta version. I don't see a barcode, so it's probably not the final version of this cover. So hopefully they keep the trade dress where it is, nicely tucked on the right corner, which is a plus for Marvel. It's a win for them. I like the mirror concept. Concept going on. Not sure what they're trying to tell me with the story here on the cover. I guess I should read it to find out, but I'm not sure if it's a winner or I don't think it's a loser neither. It's solid art. Nothing. It's a smaller scale characters. They don't take too much. The focus here is the mirror, so obviously the mirror is the focus of the story. So that's what I'm assuming. So because Sorcerer Supreme art cover has been really good for a lot of different covers. I bought several of them already. So for this particular run, you got to really stand out in this battle of covers for this book. So it's a 125, so you don't have to buy it. It's not your A or B cover, so it's there if you want it. But it's a solid C. It's nothing great, but it's it's okay. The sky background, I like the what's it called? Not the hue, but the gradient coloring there from really bright to darker bluish purples there. So that's cool. It's a good gradient trick there, but it's okay.
Not sure if this is supposed to be the Ancient One or Wong along with Scarlet Witch here.
I think it's Wong.
Okay. It looks a little too bald to be Wong, but it looks like Wong, so it's hard to tell. But either way, I think the art that's on the characters is a little bit too pedestrian, just way too simple. I'm with you. I like the concept an awful lot. I think it could have been executed really, really cool in a really cool way, but I don't think the art itself is sophisticated enough to really get me to love the cover as much as I want to. I really want to like this because I think that the perspective on it is cool. I do like the multiple reflection thing. You're right. I'm not really sure what story it's trying to tell me. Like, is that some sort of portal through those mirrors and it's different in each one, or is it? I don't really know what it's
time and space. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
It's the mirror verse, I'm assuming, but I don't really know exactly what this particular
Spock with a beard. I don't know what's going on
there. So yeah, I think it falls short from an artistic standpoint. I mean, the best part of it is the frames of the mirrors is probably the coolest part of the whole cover. I agree with you. I like the gradient from the bright flash to the purple. That's cool. That makes it look nice and blends in with the purple in the mirrors. But shouldn't some of that flash be reflected in the mirrors too?
Yeah, I don't get it.
A little glare or something off of the mirrors. I don't really know. So I think there's a lot of missing elements in the actual art in this particular case, which is sad because I think if this were paid a little closer attention to and it was more detailed, this could have been a really awesome cover. But it doesn't do it.
Like I said, I don't think this is the final art, but maybe in your hands it looks better kind of vibe. A lot of times these covers, they're actually a lot better in person. So we'll see. But I like to definitely see this one in person. I'll be curious to see it. All right, that's the 1 in 25 by Annie Wu, Sorcerer Supreme #4. Let's move on to the next one. All right, this is the palm face for Alonso. I like Harry Andrews. I don't know why he put Batman and Robin on the. I'm not sure. I'm missing the message on this one there, Alonso. But There's an open trade dress version, and this is the 1 in 50. Mark Spector Moon Knight number 2. I'll let you start this one off. I don't know what to say.
Before I do that, though, I do want to say this. There's a really beautiful Alex Maleev cover for the Sorcerer Supreme number 4 with Scarlet Witch on the throne. That's the one, man. That's the
I'm telling you, that run has been killing on the art on the cover. So
yeah, that Maleev is cool. I haven't seen a really great Maleev in a long time. Yeah, I don't know if I give this a palm face, but it's hard to do that only because in this particular case, you're talking about a character that's supposed to kind of be spectral, and so there's going to be some washout in his character. Because really, isn't Mark Spector? It's supposed to be white, really, right? Not gray.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's Mark Spector. What it is? It says Mark Spector, right? But I don't. What? Who does he hold? Is that another Moon? I'm totally lost on this. I'm not reading the book, but
yeah, I don't really know who those characters are with the dots. I'm not really sure. Well, I think this might be part of the palm, the face palm. Is that what is even going on in this cover? It has a very almost like amateur Spawn from 1995.
This is so 90s art. This is McFarlane Liefeld vibe to it so much.
Yeah, it does. And not even cover art, splash page art instead. So it's not great. I'm assuming that that's why he put the Batman and Robin stuff up there, because it just this style just doesn't age well. It just
Youngblood,
yeah, much like that movie hasn't aged well. I mean, that movie wasn't good to begin with, but it certainly wasn't any better years later.
Arnold's part aged pretty well, I think.
That's true. But honestly, I mean, this is a cover at best all day. It's certainly not incentive especially not 1 in 50. I mean, I don't know. It's got too much of that 90. So we talked about the good 90s vibe on the Lobo cover. This is the bad 90s vibe. This is the one where we all kind of were like, ooh.
This is the one we actually lived.
Yeah. We went to the comic store and actually paid money for books that looked like this on purpose. And we're all really embarrassed about it all these years later. So I'd be hard pressed to go into a comic book store in 2026 and buy a cover that looked like this. So this is a big fat no. This is almost a little embarrassing. I hate to say it like that, but it's a little embarrassing. Plus, I don't know what the hell's going on the cover either. That doesn't help. It's Carrie Andrews too, who's fucking fantastic.
I love his Spider-Man.
Some of the best covers of the last decade or two have been Carrie's covers. This is not among them. I don't know what's going on here, but
yeah, he definitely wrote this one in.
Yeah, what'd you do with my Carrie? This ain't my Carrie.
This is not Carrie Andrews. I'm not gonna add much to it. Yeah, the cover it just blows. It's just
blows. Yeah, especially for him. I'm being hard on it because it's Carrie Andrews. This should be.
Even if it wasn't Carrie Andrews, I'd be questioning this cover. It's just I don't know. So it's even shocking coming from him. So.
Yeah. This is a hard pass.
Yeah.
I'd take the bullet. If I had a gun to my head, I'd take the bullet.
I would even say this is one of the few rare occasions with the Marvel trade dress that actually improves the cover.
It does. I almost said that. I almost said it. Why the fuck is it off center though? Why would they put the Marvel logo?
I don't know, dude. That's fucking just. That's definitely not. I think. It probably is going to be the final way to do it, but technically that's not the final art because there's obviously missing the barcode. They're going to have that barcode on the cover too, by the way. Where's they going to put that barcode? It's going to take out the art.
It's going to take out one of the heads. Yeah, it's got to be over the top of one of the heads. Yeah. Yikes all around. This one's just a yikes.
Yeah.
Zoinks, Shaggy.
What was that?
Zoinks.
Well, zoinks.
Yeah, this is a hard pass.
Yep, 100%. Okay, let's pass. All right, you got Ashley Witter.
Ashley Witter. Wow, I haven't seen an Ashley Witter cover in ages.
1 in 50. This is Planet She-Hulk. She has her own planet now. Number 5. There is the trade dress version, and that trade dress is a disaster immediately. But let's just ignore that and talk about the Virgin. It's good art. It's really good art. her legs look a little skinny, but I think she should be more bottom heavy than top heavy. But it's just me. I like that she drew her. She feels tall on this one. Doesn't feel short or stocky. She feels slender and tall, and the hair is glorious. Very luscious hair there. Very well drawn.
Luscious. What a great word. It is, though. You're right.
Yeah, it's just beautiful hair she has. The face very modelish for the She-Hulk, which sometimes she's not drawn very modelish. She's like very defined, fine features on the She-Hulk.
Yeah, muscular face. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, a little more rounder on the face, a little more jaw. But this is a little more sensitive on the face. Big sword. The armor's great. Everything's great. I just, like I said, the only imperfection really I see the legs. I think they should have been more bottom heavy. But in the background, it's cool. It's Coliseum. That's what we want. I love the is this sundown or sunset or sunset or sunrise light in the background there. So I like it. I think it's a good cover. The 1 in 50 is rough though. That's a steep price. You probably get this on a discount because I don't see Planet She-Hulk doing big business. Marvel's been trying to push this character forever, and it just doesn't catch on really, to be honest. Yep. But Mike.
So my big problem with it is that her head is way too fucking small, and she tried to make up for that with lots of hair. There's another artist that does this all the time. I can't remember her name. She's the one who draws all the women that look like her. Is that? Can't remember who that is. But the heads are always too small, and in this case, the head's way too small. Especially if she's going to make the top of the body that big, and then the boobs that big. She has to enlarge the head a little bit. I don't think she got the proportions right on the head here. It's really bothering me a lot because it's clear that she then tried to make the hair huge to draw.
It's luscious.
Yeah, it is luscious. That's a great word, but it's. The attempt was to draw my attention away from tiny head, Beetlejuice head style here, but
yeah, it's almost there. Not that bad, but that's almost there.
No, it needs to be about 10% bigger though, at least, to be in proportion with that upper body. But the rest of the cover I really like, which is too bad. So Frisson's heads are fine. No, it's although you're right, Frisson is the one who constantly draws women.
There's several girls that always draw themselves on their covers.
This is what the heck is? It'll come to me before the show is over, but I just can't remember it now. She was the one who did all the covers that were shit. I can't even think. I can't think of it now. I'll get it. It'll come to me, and then I'll show you. I'll bring up an example. But there was one artist that I always criticized. She hasn't been around for a while. Brunette. I would say she's like 30-ish, the artist. Man, if you guys said it in the chat, I would know it. But no, it's not Frisson. Not Frisson. Her heads are always in proportions. She does great with proportions.
Proportions is great, but she always draws herself for sure.
She does always draw herself, and she's not the only one. Natalie Sanders always draws herself too. That's another one. It's not either of them.
Your girl from Italy, what's her name?
Carla Cohen.
Yeah, she always draws herself.
Well, wouldn't you if you look like her? Shit.
Yeah,
I mean, wouldn't you if you look like Jenny Frisson? Wouldn't you draw yourself? I would too. I mean, it'd be dumb to try to. Why hire a model if you are one? I mean, that's just silly. Much, yeah. So, I mean, and Ashley's pretty too, but and I don't know. Maybe she's drawn herself a little bit too. There's a lot of similar features.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
She's definitely got that sort of 90s grunge look going on in life there, but she definitely transferred a lot of her own features to this cover. But again, I can't unsee that head is too small, and the hair, and the hair does not make up for it for me. So sadly, that ruins what is otherwise a very good cover.
Yeah, it kind of throws me off. You don't see the neck,
and I think if you did, I think the head would look even smaller.
Those shoulders are maybe just a little too massive for the head.
Exactly.
Maybe bring those shoulders down a bit. That would have helped a lot. Even if you had the big bush of hair, I think if you bring the shoulders down a bit on the width there in the girth, it would have been a little better. But
yep.
Okay.
Cannot think of who that.
1 in 50, but there's a regular. I guess I don't know. Marvel books are. I mean, I paid literally $9 for regular cover rates for Marvels. I don't know where they're at with price point. So All right.
Oh,
The
speaking of
Century,
Alex Maleev, okay, shit.
the Century #1, Alex Maleev, the 1 in 100s, also an open trade dress. And in my opinion, this is the book cover of the week.
I agree. 100%.
I'll just say real quick, wow. Even with the hand thing, it makes sense. It just, dude, it's amazing what this fucking guy just drew, the way he drew. It's got I don't know, is it the best Century cover ever? I don't know. It's like Apollo, the god Apollo vibe going on here. It's the color he does his own colors.
Yeah, he paints.
So the coloring is amazing. The shadow work with the hand, it works. It did well. I'm pretty sure this is because he is what's his bad side called? The shadow? Is it? No, it's not the shadow. The void, right? The void.
Yeah.
So that's part of his gimmick, right? So even the one with the trade dress, that shitty trade dress can't really fuck this cover over. And the giant barcode.
Giant everything, the giant #1, the whole fucking thing.
I know, it's horrible.
It's so bad.
But even through all that shit that Marvel puts on top of it, it punches through and it captures your attention. And that's the whole fucking goal that Alex is trying to do here. It's just it's amazing. It's just an amazing cover. You go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know that I can add any more superlatives to it. This is not only the best cover of the week, this may be the best cover of our month. It's right up there anyway. This is all kinds of cool shit going on. The detail in the hair, although I have a feeling that there might be some like help maybe from something digital on this one. I know that he paints, he usually uses watercolors, but and or acrylics, but in this case, that whole fractal thing, the void stuff that's going on in that top corner, and the hair detail, feels like maybe some other technique was being used. But either way, I mean, there's a little bit of impressionism going on in it too, just like that kind of like Sienkiewicz-y feel to it, to make me love it even more, because it's not.
It does.
Yeah, and then the idea that like through his hand you'd be able to see the detail in his eye, but with the hand away, it's just the glowing orb. I mean, geez, it's
almost like Sienkiewicz and Alex Ross had a baby.
Yeah, perfect. Exactly.
And this is what came out.
Yeah, yeah, right, exactly. Which is absolutely beautiful. I mean, there is not a single misstep anywhere on this cover. It's a great representation of this character. Like you said, maybe even the best representation ever of this character. This I mean, I would never pay 1 in 100 prices for any Century cover, regardless of what it was. The character is just not that important to me, but man, it is really good. As a Maleev fan, I feel like you have to have this. And then to think about the fact that he also has that Sorcerer Supreme cover coming this week, which is also a fucking banger on top of it. I mean, this is the Alex Maleev show this week. Nice job, Alex. Well done. It's been a while since I've seen a cover from you, and man, did you come back with a vengeance. I would
love to see the original.
Oh my God, me too. Boy, would I love to see the original. I wonder if check his Instagram, see if he's got anything about it.
It's got to be out for sale somewhere.
Let's see if there's any like production, some process stuff on here. I'd love it if there were. It'd be really cool.
Yeah. So,
come on, Igor. Where are you? This is when we need you.
I know you're fucking quiet. That's on, Igor.
You're our research assistant when it comes to this shit. All right.
He's busy. He's buying books.
Let's see what we got here. Is he showing any process stuff for this cover? My God, everything on this thing is just incredible. Everything on this page is so awesome. Man, I don't even see it on here. It's like he hasn't even posted it.
It's just a fucking Tuesday to him. So.
Got a lot of Daredevil and Elektra shit on here.
Oh, there he is. There's Igor.
Yeah, I see. No, yeah, you're right. It's just like a regular Tuesday for him. No, I don't see any I don't see hide nor hair of this image anywhere on his Instagram. Most of what he's showing on his Instagram are commissions by the look of it, not covers.
Damn, well, how much he charges? Shit.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot, and he should. You should. No, I don't see any indication of this cover anywhere on his Instagram. That's too bad. He published a cool Turtles piece.
Oh, really?
On the 9th. That's his last post. Is that one?
They'll probably release this sometime during comic book day, or maybe tomorrow. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. Great job, Alex.
Great job, Alex. Beautiful cover. Well done, sir.
The other half of this connecting cover from Lee Bermejo. Here's Amazing Spider-Man 24, the 1 in 100. It's also an open order cover. Same as last before. It's just the other connecting half. Where's the other half? So here it is. It's Bermejo art. You see all the wrinkles in their outfits. That's his specialty. It's great coloring. It's great. It just sucks for him. He came right after that Alex cover, so it's like, oh.
Yeah, there's no winning. Yeah, there's no winning this week, Lee.
Look, this is a great cover, but it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. So the Bermejo cover. That's what I got, Mike.
I didn't love the Venom side from last week, but I do like this Carnage side far better. I'm not really sure what it is about it. Maybe it's the reds. I don't really know. I think he didn't quite nail the Venom part. The whole top half of Venom looked too bulky, and the legs kind of looked a little too skinny, or the foreshortening was done wrong. Whereas I think he got it right on the Carnage side here. All the detail in that background, and I'm not quite sure all those perspectives are right, but they seem to be. Spidey looks cool. Definitely Lee's take on Spidey. I love that you can see the tread on the bottom of his boots and little shit like that. That's Bermejo's trademarks. That kind of level of detail is really cool. And this is painted as well, which is again pretty incredible. So I like this side better than the other side. Would never go anywhere near paying 1 in 100 prices for it, but it looks like you don't have to. It looks like there's an A and B version with trade dress. Mm-hmm. Clearly using like Courier New as the typeface, which is
at least it's translucent and it doesn't really get too in the way,
That's true. So I'd have no problem. I'm glad, I guess, in this case that they're offering, because it's a connecting cover and you'd have to buy two. I'm actually kind of glad that they're offering it as trade dress versions. That's kind of nice of them. But this is a much better. This side is a much better piece than the other side, in my opinion.
Yeah. All right, let's just move on to the next cover. Cool cover.
Yep. Okay.
That's it for incentives this week on our show. Thank you, Alonso, for the incentives. Let's move on to your store exclusive. I think there's a few in here. We got birthday comic. You saw the mighty and powerful Trish Plasma.
She showed me this the other day. She showed me this before they released it.
Yeah, and I bought it. I got this.
I fucking love it. I really love this cover. I love it a lot.
Borg #1, the 4th print, the exclusive for Bird City Comics. Go ahead, Mike.
This is just really fun, man. I mean, this has like all the it kind of has the vibes of the old Dungeons and Dragons cartoon, obviously with the silliness of the dork title and the whole, just all the, I mean, I guess I'm just a sucker for the classic animation style. I'm always gonna love that. I love Disney. I love hand-drawn cells and the whole thing. I collect them when I can, and whenever I see art that looks like this, I'm the mark for this stuff. So I'm biased, and I'm not just biased because we all love Trish here. That's an obvious thing. We've trashed a couple of her covers in the past, so we're not always Team Trish when it comes to every cover. But man, this is one of her top 10 covers in my opinion. I really, really love it. I want to get myself a copy of it. It's just really fun, really cool. I don't have a whole lot else to say. She just nails the animation style. She knows what she's doing. this is a rare art these days. People just don't do this stuff anymore, and I love that she's keeping it alive.
Well, and you left out the biggest part. It's an homaging Magic the Gathering card. So
yes, well, yeah, I'm sorry. Yes. I'm sorry.
That's literally what the whole thing is, an homage. Because she did a Dork #1, the third print, and that was the homaging the Black Box Nintendo cover.
Right.
So now she's doing the Magic the Gathering, and she's kind of one of the masters of the homage, Trish now. So this, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, I DM her like, "Damn you, Trish! I have to buy this fucking cover now." So, yeah, it's like it's brilliant. It's exactly what you want for this book. Dork is a runaway hit. It's an indie love right now with this book.
Half dwarf, half orc, all dork. I love it.
Yeah. So, what we got here?
So cool.
Comments. I must have missed that episode. Okay. She does great work. Can't remember when my trash got. We done it. But I think my little pony cover here and there.
Oh yeah, there was also one that she did for.
Yo.
I think there was a Darkwing Duck cover that I thought was just like beneath her. It was a long time ago. It's probably 2 years ago now. And I think she even said to me, like, "You're gonna hate this. You're not gonna like this cover." She sent it to me on Instagram. I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. This is not your best work." So I have no problem criticizing it but I mean, it's rare when I do that. Like and again, I am the mark for her style, which is partially why we become good friends, is because I love what she does. And so I talk to her a lot about it and her process and all that kind of thing. And so that's where that stems from. And it's because I like her art so much that we originally started to talk. So obviously we all know in this chat and on this show what a great person she is as well. That's very helpful. But that's not ever taken into consideration when I look at her art. Oddly enough, I think my other favorite cover of hers is the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons cartoon, like 1 in 10 or whatever it was. It might have been an incentive, I forget, but it was the animated Dungeons and Dragons cover that she did about a year ago. It was also fantastic. I think those might be my two favorites, and of course, a couple of the Stray Dogs covers are just bonkers.
Yeah, her Stray Dog work is at this point. Yep. Legendary.
And a couple of the, especially the early feral, couple of the early ferals, and the homage ferals that she does for the horror posters are great too. That's probably the top 10 for me.
Yeah, I love her. What was the name of the 1000 Genies, whatever that?
Oh yeah, oh that's right. That was the Mario cover, right?
Yeah, I had that one. I sold that when it was really high, and I'm glad I did. Raw. So, but I still have the second print, which is the black one. I still have the black one. I don't have the yellow. I never got the yellow one. Oh, I think they're pretty affordable nowadays. So
are they? I probably should go get that one. Sell the black one and get the yellow one.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember the other cover I love. She did that Dark Ride cover with the Little Mermaid cover.
Oh yeah, she did all those Dark Ride Disney ones, right?
Yeah, those are great too. Shit, I forgot about those.
Yeah.
That Little Mermaid one is fantastic.
Yeah, I got 2 copies of that.
Yep.
All right. Let's move on. Another indie darling book right here. Nectar. I can't say it well. Number 1, the second print. It's a hit book. This is from the 5 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. This is when Kevin McCoy. LE 500 costs $15. It looks like a foil, and somehow the scanning captured the foil vibe on this cover, because usually you can never see the foil on covers on our screen here, but it came through.
Little J.J. Abrams lens flare.
Yeah, the foil came through on this one. Well, it's a creepy fucking book, and that's the whole point. The whole blood-sucking butterflies thing going on. I have the cover A, that's what I got so far, but it's and just in general, the way he drew the female is good. It's solid. maybe the neck's a little too perfectly even on the up there, but it's just I'm nitpicking on that. But the butterflies just punching through like the fucking alien are awesome. They just do well, and this probably is cool in foil. And you would think at first it's an empty background, but it's not. It's like there is shadow work in the back. It's very faint, but it's there. It gives you that what's that area in Massachusetts where the witches come from?
Salem.
And it gives you that Salem vibe, that foggy background with the trees and stuff. So it's very in a high res picture. You can really see it, but I don't know if you get close to see it at home, but it's there. But it's solid. It's great. I'm probably not going to pick it up because I'm pretty happy just with the 8 covers on this. But I'm pretty sure a lot of folks are going to pick it up, especially limited to 500, $15 cost, really cheap. Especially for this group of vendors, it's really cheap. So there you go, Mike.
So this has a vibe that I haven't seen in a while. Speaking of Jenny Frison, if you guys remember early Jenny Frison on a book called Revival.
Yeah, I remember that.
A lot of people might not remember that one. It's really early for her. This gives me all the vibes of that early Revival Jenny Frison style, which I love. I mean, it's part of the reason why I fell in love with her style back then. I thought some of those covers were brilliant. And this has kind of that vibe to it too. I agree with you. There's something a little off-putting about the neck. I don't know, it's a little thick or something.
It's a little too perfectly going up.
Yeah, I think that might be it. But yeah, the vibe of it is cool. You're right. It might actually look kind of cool as a foil. The concept of the book is pretty cool. I mean, basically it's Last of Us with butterflies instead of cordyceps, right? But I mean, but yeah. It's kind of the same vibe. But I love that. I love that concept, and this one's cool too. I can see why this is hot, although it has come down off its mount. You can get first print number ones for like $15 now. They're not like $50 anymore like they were a couple weeks ago.
No, it's reasonable now.
Yeah, it's still up there, like it's still triple cover price or quadruple cover price, but it's not $50 like it was there for a little bit. But people seem to like it.
Which I don't mind because I like a healthy comic book market out there.
So do I. I agree. I was kind of hoping it would stay up there so that there'd sort of always be one of those books up there. But I guess, too many irons in the fire for people these days. Too many things to, and obviously our culture is, we all have pop culture ADD, right? We just constantly moving on to the next thing. So once the new shiny thing comes out, we forget about the previous one. It seems like
always another train coming.
Yeah. And I'm just as much of a culprit. So I have the same problem. But I like this. It's cool. This is a good cover. And honestly, $15 is a really cheap price for a limited edition of 500 anything from anybody.
I think so. I like. Is that correct? I kind of question the price point, but yeah.
If it's that cheap, man, I mean that's pretty awesome, especially for a book that's this hot. I assume that would be an instant sellout if it's not already sold out. I could check. What is this? Let's see. Where do I want to go?
It might not be foil. It might be that little lens flare might be part of the art for all we know.
That would actually be cool. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Comic. Let's see. Let's try them. Oops. Let's see the Comic Mint. Let's see if it's still available, and we'll see if it's actually $15. I'm kind of curious. Let's see. Nectar.
Quick research, folks. Thank you for your patience.
Yep, it is $14.95.
Is it foil or non-foil?
Absolutely is. Let's see. Is it foil or not foil? Yes, so they're not showing that same weird flare. So there's obviously a couple versions of it. Yeah, there's both.
Yeah, Zappit says fit foil as well.
The virgin foil is sold out. That was $75. No.
Oh.
Sorry. No. That was a CGC 9.8. I take that.
Oh, 9.8. Okay.
I apologize.
Whoa.
No, wait. Trade dress for the set. Trade and virgin foil set is $40.
Okay.
So technically,
there is a trade.
So 25 for the foil, 15 for the trade dress. But you have to. There's no way to get the foil without getting the trade dress. So trade dress by itself, $15. Trade virgin foil set, $40, and it is still available as a set.
Okay.
So, yep.
There you go.
actually really like the trade dress. I have no problem with the trade dress version, but that's still available.
Still available, folks, for a very limited book. So if you're interested, check out any of these retailers.
Yeah, with a low print run like that. Although I don't know how many shops are doing variants of this book overall, so who knows?
It might be. But it's still none of them are going to high numbers. They're all low print like those. So in the end, it might be like 3,000 covers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know if this is the only one for this issue or what. I mean, it's a second print. There was a regular second print coming, which I think was just basically a reprint of the #1 cover art with all the butterflies on it. I don't really know.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Oh, there you go. More Nectar. Nectar #1. I'm thinking like it's like a dinosaur. #1 second print from 616. This is Gottail. Taking it in a whole different direction, but it still communicating the same idea. Butterflies through the chest. Butterflies in the sky. 3 different covers. It's limited to 500. Cost. Alonzo couldn't figure it out.
Here I go. I'm off to 616 now. Give me a minute.
Let's see. Exclusive money.
But go ahead and talk about it while I go search.
I'm looking at the chat here. Let's see here. Just nothing to do with this book. All right. Well, it's a TNA book, but it's a horror book. So I don't know much about the innards. So I don't know this particular little girl here, or nothing little about her, but this woman. She's part of this book or not, but it's just a cool TNA book with different color variations and the butterflies with the main, I guess, protagonists of this, or at least the villains of the book, whatever. I like the coloring. I like the cloud effects in the background, especially on the blue one. I think the clouds look pretty cool on the blue one, but obviously the big boobs are just sticking in your face. But if you're into that, then it's an interesting idea with this particular title to do this. But that's Gottail, right? So he went that route. It works. And it's almost like her body's almost melting away kind of vibe. So it brings that horror element to it. So
this is obviously like a pre-solicit. They have it as a banner on their front page, but they don't have any prices.
Yeah, that's why he wasn't sure, because he just pulled part of the images and put them on here.
Yep.
But he wasn't sure of the details yet. So, well, there you go. This is coming up here very soon from 616. So it looks like second print of Nectar #1. Mike, what's your thoughts on this?
I don't understand the whole thing with this artist. I really don't. I'm sorry. I know, Igor, you love this artist. I don't know why. I think it's honestly think it's all trash, to be honest with you. This has all the earmarks of forgettable discount store exclusive shit a year from now. And I, to be honest, I think most of his art does. I mean, I get the like overly voluptuous butts and boobs and stuff like that, but for God's sake, man, I mean, do you really need that all over your comics? I don't know. Or go buy Zenoscope. I don't know.
Igor does. He loves him TNA books.
I don't know. This is not a criticism of anybody who likes this shit. I like shit that people could care less about and think is terrible. I'm sure. Like half of the Sienkiewicz books I own, they're probably like, "What are you? Are you paid for that piece of shit?" So like, I get that there's plenty of subjectivity with art, but I just don't get the hype around this artist. I don't think he's particularly talented, that there's any real allure to any of this. I really don't think these covers are sexy. I don't think they're really all that well executed, to be honest. I think it's a big money grab for what seems to be a hot artist.
Yeah, of course.
Do 3 different colors of the same book on a book that's already popular, and clearly this book is not. I mean, this just doesn't fit the vibe of the book. Like, it's a horror book.
I don't think so. Yeah, but he just went there with it.
What's with the? I just don't. I don't know. I don't get it. And look, I love me some sexy art. I really do, and I've got short box after short box full of sexy art. So it's not like I have like some prudish problem with it. I just don't think it's particularly talented. I don't know. It just seems like it's kind of smutty to me. It doesn't seem artistic to me in any way. So yeah, I know I just pissed a lot of people off, but hey, clicks.
Click that like button, folks.
Whatever. I'm not
a style. Some people like that style. Some don't. There you go. Yeah.
And I like plenty of that style. I like plenty of other artists who do that style, but this is not. He's not among them.
Yeah, Gun Honey's really a little better. It's a lot better than this, typically.
Yes, agreed. Yeah, this would have been the right thing for a Gun Honey book. I don't know. What the fuck do I know?
Yeah, just the book that picked to do this doesn't really fit too well, I think. But.
Right. Agreed.
All right. Enough of that. Boom. This is Absolute Batman number 19 by the Five Horsemen of the Apocalypse by Ben Oliver. This is, I believe, the new Absolute Scarecrow version. Limited to 800, costs $30. And this guy has a lot of different store exclusives. This character. I've seen at least 4 or 5 different covers with this character. So, he's gonna be, and I'm pretty sure they're all gonna sell out. And so, I think this particular one is one of the better ones. It's one of the really creepy ones because it's a full, chest up shot, and it just gives you the details of his fucked up face. This is just gross, and that's the way you're supposed to want, because he is the Scarecrow, right? And he's supposed to scare the shit out of you. He's supposed to creep you out. He's supposed to give you nightmares. And this is the Absolute world, so they're probably gonna take it to 11 on this character. So it fits the mark, and Ben Oliver's artistic style comes through with this character here. The trade just doesn't really do any damage to the art itself. I think it works fine with it, and I like it in general. I think it's solid art from Ben.
Yep, I do too. I've always liked Ben's work. He's done some really cool Batman adjacent things over the years, and some of those are. I featured him on cover tunes all the time. I thought he was really, really talented. I think this is right up there with some of his better work. It's super creepy. It really captures this look of this character really well, with some really off-putting details.
Glow in the dark.
Oh my god, it's just gross and awesome. Yeah, I think we all know there's no way there's 800 copies of this, so that's a lie. There are 3,000 copies of this, ladies and gentlemen. I'll say it every single fucking time. There are 3,000 copies of this. They can put whatever fucking number they want on their website. There are 3,000 copies of this. $30 is insanely high for a book that there are 3,000 copies of. But otherwise, as far as just the art goes, it is really, really good. Oliver's really talented. He's perfect for these books. He does a really, really great job with them. And this is right up there with one of his better ones.
This would be a great poster.
Ooh, Coraline. Yeah, X Abbott. Wow. Classic. Fucking Coraline. Creepy as shit. I love that fucking movie and that book. I actually I know Neil Gaiman's name is Mud these days. I get it. But I actually saw him do a reading of Coraline at a little kids bookstore a children's bookstore in New York City, and listen to him read it was
Sarah's bringing this up. I thought DC brought this up. They're allowing retailers to do 1,000 copies nowadays. I thought I heard that. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I thought I heard that as well.
They let them do that for a secondary virgin cover. So if you're doing it would be 3,000 trade dress, 1,000 virgin cover, and then you can do as many other covers as you want at 1,000 if you want to.
Yeah, I know that, Ralph. I thought I heard something else too. Like they have the ability to do just in general.
Oh, maybe X Abbott just said now they're just charging more per book. Maybe that's true. That would be a very new thing. So what are they doing? They're burning 200 copies of it, or maybe 200 copies are. If they're being honest here, then that might mean they're earmarking 200 copies for grading, and then 800 raws. Maybe that I would buy that then. If that's a new thing for DC,
That seems plausible, but with this particular group of the Five Horsemen, sometimes suddenly there's Black Friday sales, and they're selling a couple of new cases.
Yeah, vault finds or whatever, warehouse finds. Oh, we found another 500 copies of this book.
Yeah. So, buyer beware. It might, number might be true,
but you might be right. I should look into that. I'm a little off. I'm out of the whole ordering thing. And most of the guys I know that do this stuff and that I talk to still work with the indies, and the indies will allow pretty small print runs. Like I think, like Archie allows as low as 200 or 250, and
or
places
less.
or less, like Vault and some of those places will allow for 500 copies or less. So. But DC and Marvel 1,000. But maybe they finally changed. Maybe they figured it out. And
I think Marvel's still the same, but I think DC might have been able to change it a little, at least bring it down a little bit.
Could be. I think it would be a smart move on their part. They'd get a hell of a lot more retailers to do it.
Well, it seems like recent activities, right? Marvel with the L's and DC with the wins. So
yep.
We know how many there were.
Yeah, maybe to kind of go with the whole live sale. You're right. Like to go with the whole eBay live and whatnot and all that kind of stuff. They might be latching onto that model a little bit because they're just not seeing their characters on those streams. They're seeing all these, books like Nectar and like Dan Parent Archie covers and stuff, which I love, but it's a very small market.
Okay. And I think that might have been the last one. Nope, one more. All right, more Batman Absolute here, or Absolute Batman 19616 is from Fabrizio de Tomaso, limited to 1,000, a couple hundred more than the last one. Cost, we don't know. This is a set of 4, so there is a traditional trade dress with blue background, and there's a foil with a red background, and a blue dress with no trade dress, and a white with foil. I don't see the reason, but whatever. That's I think the last one was better. Overall, in general, the art, but this is also creepy as fuck because the character in general is creepy as fuck. But I don't think I'll be happy with just cover the first cover and that's it, and not be on my way home. So art wise, of course, nicely well drawn. The suit, the bird, the crow on his shoulder to represent he has the scarecrow. That works great. The facial features, the buttons, all that. The trade dress is nicely tucked on the back. Unfortunately, on the way in the back there, so it's cool. I don't really need the versions on this one. Personally, perfectly happy with the regular trade dress version, and the art all perfectly done, or at least for Fabrizio's style. Colors look good, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, I think the trade dress blue one looks the best of all of them. Or the blue version Virgin. I don't think the red or the white really works quite as well. The white almost looks unfinished. The red washes out too much of the art. I think the blue, I don't think I'd even want the set in this case. I'm assuming this set would be like, what, 80-ish? Which is crazy. I mean, at the least 60? Like, I don't know why you'd want to pay that. I agree. I think the previous cover is a better bet anyway. I like the art, though. I think it's a great piece. I really do. It's a really cool, creepy cover. Again, it captures the character in a really, really awesome way, almost in a fun way, creepy fun, which is sort of a weird thing to say. Kind of the way Joker's been done over the years, like dark but sort of funny at the same time. And I think that kind of gets captured here nicely. But yeah, I see no reason for this whole set. I think just the regular ones, just the blue ones are the better ones. 100 for the set. Holy shit. That's insane. Think about the great books you could buy for $100, folks. Is this really what you want to spend $100 on? I don't know. I guess if you're rich,
$20 for the trade, so
$20 for the trade. Okay, well, that's the going rate, I guess. I can't expect.
Yeah, that's about standard.
15.
But I think the last one was better though.
Yeah, I do too. I'd much rather buy the last one.
Okay.
That's what I got.
And that's it. All done. Those are our books for this week. Any cover for it? No.
No, there's not. Although,
no, probably not.
Yeah, I am still working on those articles, that group of articles that I talked about a couple of weeks ago. They're still in the works, so those will be coming soon. And I would really like to get back to Cover Fire. It's what I really want to do is just do just a 1, 2, 3 punch, nice and easy. I haven't done it in a while. It's just been one of those things. I make excuses every week, but I want you all to know that I really want to get back to it. I really do miss it. I loved publishing them. I love the comments. So I will be getting back to it. I promise. Just a matter of when. It might not be till summer at this point, just because life is crazy for the next 2 months. But in end of May, early June, I'll have some time. I'll be firing a couple of these out. Maybe not every week, but I'll try to get back to it as best I can. So thanks for your continued support of CBSI and all the great work that all the guys do over there, and hopefully your support when I do decide to come back finally.
Come out of retirement.
Retirement.
Yeah. May will be here before you know it.
It will, and I will have tons of time at that point. And then once I get back into like the stream of it and like I start to fit it into my schedule, then it just becomes second nature, because then the template is there and all I have to do is just write up the new covers. So, and
by May, the world should be an interesting place. I like to see what happens.
As if it's not already.
No, I think it's been more interesting. So we'll see.
If it's still here.
Yeah.
Or if we're all in fallout shelters by then.
Yeah, we're
doing it paradise style. Living in a bunker in Colorado.
Hey, on a happy note, go check out coverprice.com. If you're new to the website and want to start an account, 99 cents with the code number 14 for the first 30 days at coverprice.com. And Bird City Comics, you can buy that. Dork, I don't know if it's still available, to be honest, but many of the other covers they have there at birdcitycomics.com. Type in TNA10, 10% off your purchase. Alrighty then. I think that was it. Final roundup of the course, BBB. Appreciate you, sir, every week hanging out with us.
Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. Really appreciate you coming back.
Folks on the rewind, appreciate it as well. Drop us the comments there and like us and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Good night, Derek. And of course, disclaimer, Mike.
No artists were seriously harmed in the making of this podcast.
Not physically, maybe emotionally a little bit.
Maybe a little emotionally. But they don't watch anyway, so who cares?
That's what we say. You never know, man.
You never do know. Some of them do, I think, actually.
Yeah, it's like, fuck these fools.
It's funny how many times I've gone to cons and been like, the people will know the podcast when I say what I do. And they're like, oh, yeah, I remember that podcast. You totally bashed one of my covers. Go fuck yourself.
Awesome.
Yeah. I remember saying Sozo Micah was not thrilled with me when she first met me.
Sweet girl, though.
She was. We had a good rapport after that. We've joked around about it later. But
awesome. If you want to do it right, be a comic cover whore for live. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see you next week, hopefully.
Thanks, everyone. Good night.